Taylor.
Taylor Allen?
Taylor.
Seen that kid in the Coons age.
Taylor.
Hello.
I just texted you. I was like,
All that guy
were you
does
able
is-
to get on?
Working at
Like it just popped up.
Okay, so it was saying that it was busy.
Yeah, it said there was a meeting in progress.
Why didn't you join the meeting in progress?
Wouldn't let me, dang it.
Yeah, it doesn't let us. We're excluded.
Let me just text the other person who I think is coming. Cassandra, Tom, Molly. Yeah, okay.
What is that?
Well, we went over on the last meeting I was on, and then I logged onto this, and
Oh
then I
my
couldn't get
God,
onto this, and I
every-
couldn't find you.
Everything
I was
today
like, oh
has
my God.
been
Meh.
8 to 10 minutes off, and it keeps compounding.
Well, let's start with something good. Taylor, share your news because he doesn't know it. Amy doesn't know
I
it.
do know it, but I'll hear it.
Jason liked my Facebook post.
Okay, so you put it on Facebook. Okay, good.
Yes. We got our Airbnb up and running.
Woohoo! That's exciting.
So
We
when
have
you say
4 bookings.
that, tell us more. You got what?
Yeah. So we spent the last almost just over a month now renovating the whole place, filling it with furniture and everything we needed, and it was like way more than you'd ever think because you have to like double all the linens and we got way too many beds. So
Uh-oh. Where is it at?
it's an hour north of Duluth.
Oh,
So
Nice.
it's on a
Due north?
private lake.
True
What's
north.
that? Yeah,
Due north of,
true north.
truly up north.
Nice.
Yeah. So we posted on Airbnb last night, or no, the night before. But we've got four bookings already, and
Here, that's the news. See, you didn't know that, did you? 4 bookings? Did you know that? You didn't know that. Don't lie to me.
So out of curiosity, what's the maintenance like on that? I mean, at the end of the day, we're all in the real estate business and there's so many different ways to be in the business. What is the main, because I've stayed at Airbnbs and I always think, poor sot, I'm just throwing these towels any old place.
yeah.
I mean, what does that look? What's the play? I mean, is that you're going to be doing that, or is that something you've leveraged out already?
Ideally, I will be leveraging it out because the whole purpose of this Airbnb was so that I can focus myself and my friend Marissa can focus time in real estate. So I want to be disconnected from it. I'll be checking in and making sure everything's running smoothly, but we'll hopefully be finding a cleaner. We're still looking, but it's kind of tough out in the middle of nowhere. Check-in.
Michelle's
I'm
working
on
on it.
Facebook right now. Hi, Duluth friends.
Nice. I might have to do that too, see if anybody on Facebook knows.
And who knows, maybe somebody wants to change their job career. Maybe that's what they want to be now.
Yeah.
The funniest thing, and every time I go up north, my biggest laugh moment is the guy who owns the subway is the town lawyer and also is a taxidermist. And I'm like, how did you connect these businesses? And he never did.
Gross.
He never really exactly. And then you're like, well, taxidermy and subway kind of makes sense, but I don't understand where the law came from.
Blech.
It's like Ray on Schitt's Creek.
Right.
Yeah. Flesh.
But I mean, at the end of the day, there's so many people because, unlike in a city where you can have a huge opportunity for clients, you just pick up all these little things. And, that's definitely something I'll be watching with interest to see how that part of it kind of comes together.
I'll let you know.
Yeah.
What town is it in again?
What
Oh.
town?
Brimson.
Crimson.
BRE?
BRIM.
MSON.
Yep.
Brimson. Okay.
Like brimstone.
Like
And-
fire and brimstone.
Fire and brimstone. We're just making up our own words.
No fires up here, please.
Crimson Stone.
Brimstone Stone.
Yeah.
That's so awesome. Yeah.
Well, congratulations, sir. I mean, I know
Thank
it's been a
you.
project for you, and it's good to see that coming to its fruition, because it's a big deal.
Yeah.
And we were, on his one-on-one, we were talking, and Michelle wants to buy something, and he said that his neighbor up there is maybe not doing so great, so he could be the listing agent. Michelle would
You're
buy
such
it.
a ghoul, Jessica.
Nice.
I
That is
mean,
if my
I'm not
parents
saying it
don't
like
buy it.
that, and I'm not.
She
saying
said
it
not doing so
publicly.
great. I did not assume that meant he was going to die.
I think he's.
That's how I said ghoulish.
You ambulance chaser.
What is that when that's a thing that you're doing in real estate? What do you call that? Because I mean, I'm sure there's got to be agents
Well,
who do
that's
that.
like the probate thing, right? Like as soon as, or if you see a dumpster outside their house, you go knock on the door and be like, "Hey, you gonna sell this place?"
What do they call those people?
Slimy? I don't know.
No,
There's
it
not,
happened to me. I just had the house listed next door.
I don't
I'm
think
actually the
there's
one
an.
that found the woman passed away. In the house.
You
next
found her?
Oh,
I
Ew.
didn't exactly find her. I went and brought boxes to my listing and I go, well, there's too many papers out on her front stoop. And my client, my seller goes, yeah, she's super crabby old lady.
Super
And
dead.
I'm like, do me a favor and do a wellness check. And she goes, I don't even know what that is. And I go, non-emergency police, just have them knock on her door, find out what's going on with her. She could be really sick. She could be gone, whatever. Sure enough, she had been passed away in there, 97 degrees that entire week in July, no air conditioning in the South Minneapolis home for 10 days. It was
Mm.
so bad.
Oh my God.
It was so bad. But then,
Oh my
she was never married, never had kids. They had to get a hold of her nephew in Green Bay. So yeah, he hired me to sell the house after it aired out for
There you go.
weeks.
You know, when they called the nephew, they said, "This stinks."
literally.
Legit. Stick.
Yes.
Yeah, yeah. And she was a hoarder, by the way.
Oh
So,
no.
Pardon me, we'll have a heart attack and die, and not surprised.
It was bad. It was really bad. The neighbors called me one night because they were trying to barbecue and they're like, you need to come over here and close those windows because we can't even barbecue. The smell is still coming from the house.
Whoa.
Well, where is it supposed to go? I gotta sell this thing.
Oh my
Stinkink.com.
God. Stink ink,
It was
right?
bad. Yeah. So it's true
Not
story.
that
Those
good.
things.
It
do
don't matter
happen.
what they do. They're not getting rid of that.
No.
Oh, yeah, cash buyers. You
Death?
wouldn't even
Well,
believe.
no, I'm
those-
saying stink ink is not getting rid
Oh,
of that
so you
smell.
can't, no. Anyway, that's that. I'll just find myself over here.
Okay, there was something that also came up that I was gonna say, but now it's gone. Oh, shoot. Oh, yes. This.
Oh, the short bus.
Tell him all about it.
Well, I happened to work an event last week, and the speaker was John Gordon, the writer. So he spoke for almost 2 hours. I remember that because I had to pee really bad the whole 2 hours.
Oh no.
I was trying to focus, but he was amazing. He talked about how he wrote the energy bus and his inspiration for it, which was actually I guess he was on a bus and the bus driver was so positive or something, and that sparked the whole fictional story that he wrote. So I don't know, it was cool to hear his talking about one word too, and the words that he's chosen over the years and how they have shaped his path. Yeah, I was super lucky to fall into that. And I got to talk to him afterwards. And of course, he gave a shout out to Jessica. He was pretty happy.
He did a video and then he put it on Facebook.
How bizarre is that?
Super bizarre. Cause he's like, did you look at your text? I'm like, it never came through. And I was like, just put it on the Facebook. And then he did. And I watched it and I'm like, Oh my God. I was almost crying, you guys. I know you're shocked, crying. I know,
Don't cry.
don't cry.
Stop crying.
It was so exciting though. Like I said, Taylor, you know my love language. So that's so awesome.
Putting pictures of Jess
remember.
everywhere is
Yeah.
No, that's not my love language.
giving her plants.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, so yeah, that's super
Or
awesome.
Multilingual, it sounds
And
like.
yeah, and you know what? If you guys read the book, Taylor will do kind of
A
a
push-up?
presentation
Oh,
and about it. So I think we should all
do push-ups?
read the book.
Oh.
Michelle said it's only 2.5 hours on Audible.
Nice.
already got it. Boom.
Yeah, so this is what I do is little trick with Audible. I put it at 1.5. So I talk really fast and then I just follow through the book.
Nice.
So let somebody else
Oh.
read to me because then I don't get sleepy. Right?
I think we
I'm
should
with you.
have John come and
John,
talk.
you got a couple years yet, but dude,
What did you
it
say?
happens.
I think we should have John come and speak at a team meeting.
Oh my God, for sure.
I
Where
don't
does
know
he
what
live?
his number is, but I'm sure
Does
it
he
is.
live out of state?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't remember where he said, but it's his job. I mean, to go speak to and motivate people, and
Right? Yes. Okay.
maybe at the family reunion, we'll get him.
Oh yeah, he could speak at family reunion. Yep.
Mm,
That'd be awesome.
Yeah, it'd be totally awesome.
I'm sure he has a website that just
I bet.
has fees and stuff like
Yeah.
that. You can book him.
Right.
Book him, Dano.
Book
Just
okay.
mention Jessica's name,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
you'll be in.
We'll
Oh.
give them that. We'll give them that video. We'll give KW the video, and we'll be like, "Here you go. This is who you got to book." They'll be like, "Okay." Okay. Let's talk about more good things. Amy, tell me something good.
Well, I shared with you last night. Yeah, it was just yesterday.
That was
Oh.
yesterday.
Well, there is a big change. I am on my computer.
Yay!
My volume's working, but you know what I had to do? I had to completely reset my whole computer. And so did you see my text? Like I lost
Yeah.
everything, like not my saved files. It was like over a
Okay.
3-hour process. So
Oh,
But-
geez.
it's from what I could tell from Google. It was when my computer updated. It didn't, something happened with the audio,
Oh, geez.
but I can now print in color again as well. So
Oh boy.
it's a big day with me dealing with computer stuff. So that's my win.
That's a big win. Tech
But-
wins are always big.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Oh,
I don't know.
Awesome.
And then I guess, yeah, working with lots of buyers right now, but I don't know. It's kind of stressful too.
Putting in all the offers.
Yeah. Getting lots of experience.
Right. Right. Yeah, absolutely. Oh, Cassandra, tell us something good.
I got nothing.
You do too.
No, seriously, you guys, I'm on 8 days right now of this cold. My ears are so plugged right now, like it's insane. I can't even, I'm so over this. But I just sent off like 300 more golden letters. So yay.
Nice.
Oh my gosh. I'm pretty sure snot just flew out of my nose.
Well, the good news is it's on the camera lens.
You can find it.
Checking it out.
Are you doing like mailing them?
Yeah, so I'm mailing them right now, and even one of them, I did a specific area where I do have a buyer interested, and so I even wrote, which is true, but I even wrote like one of the names of the road, which would have been like a Ramsey Avenue, and I was like, we missed out on an opportunity, you know, for purchasing on Ramsey Avenue, which is right in your neighborhood. And so I was just wondering if you were interested in selling your home. And if not, you know, I'll give you a free CMA if it's not a perfect match, you know, and if you want to continue to, you know, sell basically. But yeah, so I did the golden letter, but I put that name of that street in there. So then they kind of knew like, yeah, I really am interested in your neighborhood. It's not just a random letter. But then I did the other letters that didn't have that specific address or anything like that, to a different town. That I'm doing 2 different towns because I've kind of wrapped up the one that I'm in now. So I'm doing both of those right now, just some subdivisions and trying to focus on certain ones. And then after mailing all of those, I'm waiting about like a week. And then Jessica showed me again how to do the like the email blast of the golden letter. So I'm gonna do that. And then when I give them the letter, whether it's like PDF or however, I'm gonna write in there like, just wondering if you received it in the mail. If not, here again, you know, is what I had sent to you. Just doing another touch, another follow up with them. So the letter first, and then the email blast. But there is this one of these subdivisions that I did. I already did door knocking as well, but it was a couple months ago. But I don't know. That's been my lead gen mostly that I've been focusing on, is kind of all of that. I'm not a cold caller, so although I do have a cold.
Yeah.
So the tech guy wants to know if you put all those golden letter people in command.
No, I have not. No. Dear God. Dear God. Hundreds and hundreds and hundreds. Yeah, I suppose I should probably start doing all of that. Huh?
When you, I'm assuming that, and I say this because I recall this being the case, but Jess goes through and you guys set goals, and then you get that first circle in the goal sheet, and it's like, I need 24 million contacts to hit my goal. And you're like, that's impossible. No, all those names, that's the kind of contact it's talking about. Those are,
Yeah.
that's the contact number it's literally talking about. And that's how you get there, is big things like this. Look, they're not going to pan out more. And if you know the model there from contacts to leads, it's like 5%. Well, it says, I think it's leads to contact in that particular thing. But I mean, in the parlance we're using, I mean, it's about it's a 5% conversion, which means if you send out 200 letters, you're looking for 4 responses.
Right.
I mean, and that's ideal, you know, in that scenario. So one of the things, in order to do the email blast, she showed you how to do the email blast directly from there, but you have all their address information, all their neighborhood information, so that if you actually have their email and you have their neighborhood and you put them in command, you can also start sending them neighborhood nurture. And you know what they might do? Some of them might unsubscribe. Oh, well,
Yep.
a lot of them won't. And you'll appear in their mailbox all the time, once a month, reliably and regularly.
Yeah.
And that's a win for you, because eventually one of them is going to go, I want to do something. And who should we call? I don't know. How about that gal that sends us that thing every month? And that'll be how it works.
Yeah.
So
Right.
yeah, we can talk about the conversion process. I'll send you an email. But basically it's the same thing you did when you originally uploaded contacts from anything else. You're going to take the upload CSV file that we use in command. There's that thing that you just copy and paste every column
Mhm.
from your golden letter list into the appropriate column. You're going to create a tag that says, you know, whatever, probably you create the tag first. You call it
Yeah.
tag golden letter neighborhood or whatever. And then in column BS, and I love column BS, it's my favorite column, you can type in the tag that you created, and then you copy it all the way down the list. And so that when you import this list into command, every one of them will be tagged with this tag,
Yeah.
golden letter. And then it's like, wow, that's amazing. They're all in there. And anytime I want to refer back to this group, I can just search for golden letter, or my golden letter tag, and it'll pull up this entire group at one time.
Yeah.
And you can, from there,
I'll
you
have,
can,
I'll have
select the phone.
Olivia get on that.
Yeah, she can do it.
yeah, and
She
I mean,
did,
that's the
yeah.
kind of thing that, you know, depending on
That's
where
why
you're.
she has all those contacts. Because she hired my daughter.
This is true.
It's true. Because you know what he does?
Leverage.
Every single time we start talking about command, he pulls it up and he goes, look at the people who are in the top 20% are the ones with the most amount of contacts. And he goes through and
It's
y-
pretty
you're in there.
1-to-1. It's pretty 1-to-1. So then the question then, and especially as we're talking about shift and moving into the shift, is how do I make a fence
Yeah.
around this sphere of mine? How do I fence in my sphere so that I can reliably count on my sphere to not call someone else? Because the reasons people move or need to change their home don't change no matter what happens. Those things don't change. They may prolong or put off actually committing the act, but I got promoted and now that I have more money, I want to move into a new house. That happens no matter what's going on in the world, right? A child is born and I need to grow my home because I need to have more space. That happens no matter what's going on. The question is whether one of your contacts is going to go, I don't know what to do. Let's call Chucky, or they call you. And
Chucky.
well, dude, that little guy with the knife is going to get you a house. I promise. I mean, he's little tiny. He's got a lot of energy. The guy's a ball of fire. And if I'm going to trust somebody I don't know, I wanted a little man with a knife because that guy's crazy.
I'm gonna be him for
He's going to
Halloween.
go right up and say, are you going to sell this house to my client or not? He's going to win. I'm going to win.
Dying.
But the point is, how do you fence in that thing? And so first off, you've got to get contacts. And once you have the contacts, anybody who calls you then from your golden letter is also a lead, right?
Yeah.
They go into your opportunity pipeline as a lead because you want to work your leads completely differently than you're working your general contact list. And as you're working your leads, you're looking at that and maybe making individual, because you can make specific tags just for people in the pipeline. And that might be, you know what, I talked to this guy and he said he's, you know what, he is thinking about selling, but he's got to wait until junior graduates from high school and goes to college because he's going to do that not this year, but next year in the summer. Well, what are you going to do with that information? You're going to put that in your contact list and hope that someday you remember that he's in there? You're going to put it on your calendar somewhere? I mean, that's crazy.
Right.
But you have a tool that's designed to manage that. And that's a tag you put in there, like future, you know, grad, you maybe put graduation. So you know, graduation. All right, is that July? And then in your notes, you know that it's next July that I need to think about this. But your pipeline is then working for you because these are separate people you're going to manage, whether they're hot or nurture or cultivate. You know what I mean? You've got different grades within that opportunity, first opportunity pipeline part, and thinking about how I'm going to market to them much more differently than my Mets or unmets, which is what contacts is all about.
Okay, so question, did you cover when, like, if she was gonna go to Remind and get that, look how weird he is.
Well, the hand, I'm watching it.
When,
It's where the action
if
is.
she goes to Remind and she gets the email, right? The list of emails,
Mhm.
then she can put that into, make sure that she's got that from the CSV. And then that gets uploaded as well. So she's
Yes.
got,
And every piece of information, that
Phone
Remind
number?
thing you can add and then have their phone number is available in there.
if it says DNC,
Then don't call them and get
well,
rid of
right,
them.
but she'll need to delete those out from the CSV before uploading it to command.
Yes,
Okay,
get rid of the DNC.
but I mean,
Yep.
That's not Democratic National Committee, by the way.
no.
That means do not call.
DNC. So, I mean, like, it could take 10 minutes and all of a sudden you'd have another 1,000 in your database, right?
It would take 10 minutes or less for me, yes.
Right. And
Wow.
would you suggest for her to do it, separate them by the neighborhood? So like, whatever.
Every time I did it, I would upload them with a different tag for my own benefit,
Yeah.
just for my own, but like, whatever campaign, like Golden Letter Campaign 1, Golden Letter Lakeville, Golden Letter Farmington,
Right.
Golden Letter Brimstone, wherever it is that
Because
we're.
if you did subdivisions, if you named them by that, then you
Yeah.
could just quickly go back in there and be like, okay, the last time I reached out to them was last month. Now I want to reach out again. And this month I'm gonna do an email. And next month I'm gonna door knock, right?
Yep.
And send a newsletter out that way,
Right?
or whatever.
Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's amazing.
Because what Command is supposed to do for you is automate these things because you can't remember this crap.
Right, right.
I mean, God
Yeah.
bless you. Well, maybe you can, but the rest of us dummies can't.
No.
And that's what it's supposed to do is set that up in a way that, there's a business model that says I do, right? When I start my business, I do everything, right? But as I grow and my business grows, it becomes we do. So between me and my team, we get this done. As your business grows from there, there's they do, right? Because you get to the point that everybody does stuff and you really don't do that many more things. I do, we do, they do. But one of the things that's missed in that model, and the one that I think is super important because it's my job, of course, is to add it does. And you
Yeah.
want to offload as much to it does as you can because the system does it for you. You don't have to remember. I can't remember my homework assignments when I was in high school. Why in the world would I be trusting $7,000 deals to this? Right? I mean, I read 3 pages tomorrow. Oh my God, I've already forgotten which 3. You know what I mean? I can make $10,000. I need to remember. No, I don't need to remember that. Something has to remember that because I'm not gonna, if it's a year and a half from now or 6 months from now, I'm just not gonna remember at the time that matters.
Right,
And that's assuming that they stick to that plan.
right.
Because now you add all the other variables in there, what they're gonna do. Holy cats. So I need the system doing it for me. So I'm in there every day. Have any of you stopped shopping at Target? Who stopped shopping at Target? Who doesn't go there anymore? All y'all still go to Target all the time. And you get an email from them every day. It is not a crime. It's okay. You can send them stuff all the time and you won't hate them and they won't hate you. You're still shopping at Target every day.
They even send me like alerts. They're like, hey, this is on sale. I'm like,
What do I
whatever.
need to
I just ignore it. And then, but I do still go to Target. I go back in.
Just ignore it. It's okay. It's not a crime.
Ignore it
more
until
people
you
you get
need
there,
it.
and
Because
that's what
then I'm
happens.
going and I need to look at the sale because I want to get something on sale because I love sales. Right?
That kid from Brimstone is sending me stuff and I'm gonna call him up now.
That kid. That's right. Okay. Molly, you want to go next? Tell us something
Let-
good. We're still on Tell Me Something Good.
Oh, nice. Well, I just left an appointment that was with Rose's daughters and one of my clients, which, oh, did I listen to my video? Which,
We can hear you. Well, we could hear you. No, we can't hear you.
Oh,
That's why she
okay.
lost her.
can you
audio.
hear? Can you
Now
hear
we
me
can
now?
hear you.
Sorry, it turned into safe driving mode.
Oh, jeez, that.
so-
Don't you
Can
feel
you-
secure now, Molly? You feel
I do,
secure.
I do.
You've been protected from yourself.
Thank God somebody's doing it. So I don't know where I lost you, but I just walked out of a meeting with Rose's daughters and one of my clients, and it just went so well that I appreciated the partnership and expertise that they brought. And I really just think we're going to be able to help this client. And that makes me so very happy.
Yes. That
Thumbs
is,
up.
that is a big win
So,
because that's leverage,
yeah.
right?
Oh, yes, for sure. And just being able to find out exactly what is helpful to them. And then I appreciate our conversation about how to price and package things, that aren't specifically just straight real estate and kind of like what level.
Right?
So I was able to use those kind of words like, well, depending on the package you choose, I could help you with that, or you could
Right.
pay them hourly or so.
Yeah,
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah.
Sweet.
So I'm sorry I missed everybody else's wins.
That's okay. You can watch the recording.
Perfect.
Oh,
I assume my video is out now too, that I'm in safe driving mode.
Yes, it is out.
Okay.
We're not looking up your nose.
Okay. Although I've been told it's a very beautiful angle, but
All right, I think we have one more person to share. Lori, tell me something good. Tell us all something good.
Okay, well, I am also driving. I am coming back from a walkthrough because we're going to be closing tomorrow, so that's good. Yay. But I do have a question about it. So we're outside the house and we hear creaking coming from the tree, which is this huge tree in front of the house. Never noticed it before when we saw it, but it looks as though a massive branch has busted off and is barely hanging on by other branches over the house. And we're closing it at 8 a.m. tomorrow. And she's like, well, are they gonna pay for that? And I'm like, what do I do?
They probably are not.
I didn't think so, but
because it hasn't fallen yet. So
Welcome to being a homeowner.
I know, right? That's what she said. She goes, well, there's my first expense. And I'm like, probably. And she's like, is there anything you can do? And I'm like, let me find out. I don't know. So I was just wondering what your thought was on that. Because it was like creaking the whole time. And I was like, oh my gosh, it looks like it can fall any second now.
Is it windy there?
And if it did before they, yeah, it is.
Oh God.
Where is she?
Oh, yeah, where is it again?
Up in Foley.
Oh, in Foley. By St.
Foley?
Cloud.
Yeah.
There's some farmers up there. Still.
You're all the way up in Foley right now?
I know what I did for a sale.
That's a drive.
Foley's nice.
But from Foley, how far is it from your house?
2 hours.
There you go.
Although it was amazingly like it never happens, but this was like an HGTV buyer. I showed her 3 houses. We put a great offer in and we got it right away. And I was like, heck yeah, because I do not want to
Right. Driving to Foley every day.
houses.
Does she have to go for the closing?
Are you going up for the closing?
I might not be able to make it to the closing. So probably not. But I've talked to the person who's doing the closing and she's got everything covered for me. And of course we took the picture with the for sale sign in front of the house today. But I was just kind of wondering what your thought was on that. I mean, is there really nothing
Kelly,
you
I
can
would
do?
do that. But I'm not
It's
driving. tomorrow.
Yeah. We're just thinking. I mean, I think I
I sent you a
mean,
picture. By the way.
yeah, I think it's probably good to let the agent know, the other agent.
I did.
Just in case it falls tonight.
Right, in case it falls tonight. Right, so that's the thing is if, will your client drive by it tomorrow before closing?
I'm not sure because we're closing in Andover.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
And over.
What did the listing agent say?
Um,
Probably
Nothing.
Probably nothing.
He's going,
Nope.
I'm just gonna cross my fingers until tomorrow.
all right.
Did she take a picture of it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, you're driving, so when you're done driving, send me a picture and you did send it?
Yeah, I texted to you like a while ago before I left the house.
Irene sent it. Irene's been looking at it for days.
Days.
Oh, I see.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
It looks like it does have does it have part of the other tree or the part of the tree holding it up?
Yeah, there's other branches holding it up,
Power lines are on it.
massive branch. And we could hear it creaking the entire time we were there. Like it sounded like it was
I don't see any lines, but I don't know.
That's not it.
Ask her if there's
'Cause
any
it just
lines.
kept
Honestly,
creaking.
the Utility company will.
Are there
Okay,
any
that's for free.
are there any utility lines around it?
Like, does it go
I don't
house?
believe so.
Don't believe so.
That ain't coming out.
I don't think so.
You don't think it'll come down?
That's not coming down. Not overnight.
Yeah, so I would just make sure that she calls somebody, you know, tomorrow and has them go look at it and then get it taken down. And yeah, she'll have to pay for it.
I mean,
Oh.
if it comes down, which it won't, yeah, you want that thing out of there, because that looks like
Right.
it'll go right to the house, like magically.
Mhm.
Even if the wind was blowing the other direction, it's somehow gonna do a flip and end up,
Yeah.
because that's just how things happen. It's
Yep.
not gonna blow where you want it
Is her
to.
last name
Right.
Murphy?
Yeah, is her last name Murphy?
Nope.
Murphy's Law?
Okay.
Okay, all right, well, keep me posted.
I will.
Well, congratulations, though. That's, I mean,
Right.
we had all the stuff, but the good news is closing on a house tomorrow. That's pretty awesome.
Right?
Yay. Yep.
Okay, so I want to fill you guys in. So I'm sure you all know, we are switching next week to Wednesday, and it's going to be from 3 to 4. And the point of that is so that we have Winning Wednesday. And Winning Wednesday is going to be every Wednesday. There will be something at 11. It's going to be team meeting first and third. It's going to be ALC and ALC committee meeting second and fourth. And then on the next hour is going to be 12 to, well, we're always gonna have lunch, so there always will be food. And then there will be a class. And then also Sarah's gonna be doing her growth coaching from 2 to 3. And then we are gonna be from 3 to 4. So it's a good day to come to the office, plug in, and really look at it like, what's the day I should go to the office? What's the answer? Wednesday. Thank
Wednesdays.
you. This is the group participation part. And then that'll just be totally amazing, won't it?
So first Wednesday, for example, first Wednesday of the month is always a team meeting. So that's at 11. Then that finishes at noon. Then we roll into lunch. After lunch on the first Wednesday of every month is Mega Agent Mastermind,
Yep.
which is a great, basically all the smart agents get around and talk about whatever's bothering them. But in the end, that's where we talk about, you know, how do I have, what are the scripts for this? I mean, how do I deal with, how do I win in multiple offers? That's the kind of question that comes up there. It's not like a scheduled class around how to do that. It's just topics of discussion that allow for the free discussion within the market center, and people say, you know, bring up topics like that, and you're there with the sharpest folks that we've got typically, who are coming up with the answers for that. And then from there you roll right into that growth coaching, and then we roll into that. And then like the next Tuesday or next Wednesday, you have the ALC meeting is in the morning, and I don't know whether you need to come. I mean, you get to make a choice about whether you're coming to that. I don't know. I've been to all of them. They're really boring. Talk a lot about procedures and stuff. I mean, I second the motion, and you know, we call for a vote.
It's important.
It's important, but it is kind of, it's like an onion. It's very tedious. And then on that Tuesday, that Tuesday, I'll be doing a shift class from Keller Williams that they've developed to talk about shift and leveraging people into your business and how to make the right folks for that. And then we roll into growth coaching again. So the idea is that you can consistently know on Wednesday that you're going to get some value. If you can contribute one day
Mhm.
set aside, that's the day. Long-term, we want to build out more from there. That's a goal, but initially we want to get one day that we're running right and that you can depend on reliably. So that in addition to that, you know what, I probably shouldn't schedule stuff on Wednesday if I want to be part of these things. I mean, you know, a month from now, that Wednesday, there's going to be neat stuff going on. You can at least make the choice knowing ahead of time that we're going to put something in there that has value. So the following Wednesday after that is Wealth Building Wednesday. And then the Wednesday after that, in that training slot, we're going to have a class with somebody outside. We have a guest speaker. We're just working on a couple different options for that Wednesday. But always reliably, that 1 to 2 slot is going to have somebody in there or a class in there that we think is great benefit.
Yep. So then it would just roll right into, you know, us
Growth
doing
coaching,
this.
it,
Yep.
yeah, right after that. So, I mean,
Right.
you get Sarah's growth and then into this and then,
Yep.
yeah, so
So quick question, you cut out a little bit, so you might have said this already, so my apologies if this is a repeat. But you mentioned Mega Mastermind. I thought that was for invite only. Was that something open to everybody then to go and listen, or?
I think we're at the place where we're letting people in there to listen.
Okay.
Yeah, because I mean, the thing is that if you feel like, whoa, I probably am not going to add anything to this, but it'd be super amazing for me to listen to. Like, it's not, yeah. Because we're having the same problems everybody's having, right? And so, and it's how to deal with it. And if you want to show up, we're not going to be like, oh, I'm sorry, you can't be here, right? So, yes.
But she brings up an excellent point. At one point in time, it probably said that on the calendar.
Yes.
Also,
It
we're
did.
not going to be super excited about handing out that paper calendar all the time. We're not going to have a big stack of them at the front. Because I mean, that's neat and all, but that is so crazy. You can
It
get one,
changes.
it changes. And that's okay. That's good. We want the calendar to be accurate, but guess where you could find a calendar?
The
On
email.
the newsletter.
The newsletter has it, and the newsletter takes it from this one cool place that you can find it anytime you want.
Where's his favorite place?
KWPR dashboard. You can find it there. In addition to millions, literally millions of resources.
Resources, not resources.
Nope.
Resources.
This.
Don't be confused.
They're similar, resources and resources. It's just how smart you are.
Right. What was that other word you did that to?
I do it to a lot of words. I'm sorry.
Oh,
Umbrella,
no.
Like Moira wrote.
Moira, yes. What's this
the
language?
bebe.
What's this language you speak of? Okay. Any questions on all of that? Winning Wednesday.
Winning Wednesday, KWPR dashboard.com.
Okay.
Dot
So .com. So I also want to share with you, Taylor has heard this already. Nobody else has. So
Oh my God, this is news.
this is news. I am matching you up with a script partner / accountability partner. My dream come true would be that you do this 3 to 5 times a week. And you guys are the ones and gals are the ones that initiate it, right? Because you're going to be script partnering with people who are newer, and I think they would just really, you just have to take the reins is what I'm saying. So what I did is I matched you up with people who are kind of in a similar like stage, you know, like work, like Amy, you work full-time, your partner will be working for full-time, right? So that it kind of helps your schedules. So I'm going to tell you who the people are, and then I'm going to be sending, and then at the 5:30 class, I'm going to tell them who you are. And then later I will be sending out a group text for you guys. And, you know, just use this as a resource, right? So, Taylor, you know yours, you're with Gonar, and Amy, you're going to be with Emily McClellan. Cassandra.
Was she at the, I don't know, when we ate?
At the potluck.
The
Yes,
potluck.
they're
Okay.
here. Yep.
Yes. Okay.
Cassandra, you're going to be with Andrea Kunert. She as well was at the potluck. Lori, you're going to be with Abby. And she was busy, and now she's like, wants to really focus in on real estate. So I think you guys will connect well. And Molly, you are with Jenny and
Jenny.
He always likes to do
He's
that.
in
Jenny
Carolina.
who?
She better pick it.
What's Jenny's last name?
Jenny is Elrod.
Elrod,
E-L-R-O-D.
okay.
Yep.
And what's Emily's last name again?
McClellan, McClellan.
C LL
LLAN. There we go.
What's
And-
Abby's name?
Abby Box. Sneeze one.
B.
BOX.
Box.
And Cassandra, I don't know how to spell Andrea's last name, but you do. Okay.
U E
H.
H N E R T.
See, it's the EH I never get right.
So wait, are these guys, are these guys level 1?
Yep.
Oh, okay.
So we're mixing level 1 and level
Oh,
2
KUHNERT.
because
No,
you
it's
guys
E.
have experience
Mhm.
and that is helpful. And some of them have experience as well. Some of them have had transactions. And then I want you guys to kind of keep me posted how it's going and how like successful it is, right? And we can always we can look at it like in a couple of months and see if we want to switch partners. I just want it to be successful, and I haven't been able to get it off the ground in the past, right? Like I'll give you guys people, but then it doesn't happen. So I thought maybe by mixing the groups, that might help more, right? Because when I have all of group 1 together, they're all brand new, right? And so they're all doing the same thing and saying the same thing. So if they have somebody who's been having been in this a little bit longer, that might help. So what do you think?
I don't know. We have a bad connection. I can't hear you.
You're full of crap.
Maybe, perhaps.
Maybe. Oh, what?
Did we talk about Red Day?
We did not talk about Red Day. Did you guys get your text from Red Day? You all should have gotten a text yesterday
Yes.
because the culture committee all got together and we sent out texts like crazy people.
The Culture Club?
The culture club.
They'll
What?
tumble for ya. They'll tumble for ya.
You like how we all pick different.
Come on,
times?
come on, come on.
I
Everybody,
do.
come on,
That's
come
the
on, come on,
best.
come on, come on, chameleon.
Oh my God, this is happening. Okay, so with Red Day, it is a day that we, like Keller Williams in Burnsville and most Keller Williams, like take the day off from real estate and we go out and help others. And we used to like
The
mix
day
it up and
off?
do the day off. We used to do different things, right? We're just focusing on one thing this year. It's a theme, one thing.
That's the theme.
We are cleaning yards for veterans. Like the veteran is, or the active military person is off doing something and the spouse is home with a child and needs help, right?
Kick
Um,
ass.
Yeah, what?
Kick ass.
Yeah. So so we have a breakfast here that's going to be provided by the committee. And then, so we'll all meet here from 9 to 10, and then from 10 to 3, we will be doing yards. And if you have yard stuff, you bring it with. If you don't, it doesn't matter, right?
What's
And
yard stuff?
yard stuff is like gloves,
Rake?
rakes,
Shovel?
shovels. Chad always brings his leaf blowing thing.
Ooh, go with Chad.
Do we
Go
have,
with
Dude, go with Chad. If you get a group and you can pick, go with Chad. 'cause
You can bring
blow
leaf bags. Yeah, if you bring leaf bags, that helps. Some of the places have leaf bags already, but some do not. So, and the more people we can get, the more we can help. Because if we're at a yard and we have 3 people, it's pretty limited what we can do. If we have 8 people, there's a lot more we can
We can
do.
get that branch down from Lori's family tree.
In Foley, that's too far, but
That's too far for this, but the point, I mean, it could be done.
right,
We
could
could
be.
throw Amy up there and have her get it down.
Right. I'll just reach right up.
You know, climb that tree. Yes, and then after that, we are meeting at JL Beers at 3:30
In Burnville.
in Burnsville. There's a limit of 47 people. And the task, if this is the only thing you can come to, then bring an extra $10 or more. And we're going to give it to the wait staff and blessing them for helping us, right?
$10 plus your meal.
Right, $10 plus you're paying for your own meal, right? You get a free breakfast through this. And it's super fun. If you don't have a red shirt, a Red Day shirt, that's okay. You can just wear a red shirt. I actually wore this exact shirt one Red Day and I stood out, but it was fine because I didn't know I was going to do it. And then I did it and it's totally fine. I would consider wearing tennis shoes though, because I did not have tennis shoes on.
Or work shoes.
Yeah.
More importantly, work shoes.
Yes,
Like you're gonna be outside in the yard.
right.
Work shoes.
And then just to clarify, the other piece of that text was donating movers for moms. And what that is to help women in shelters with items that they might need. And that was an option that you can share that with your clients and say, hey, at our office, we're doing this, movers for moms, and it relates to like Mother's Day, right? So if you wanted to do that, you could take that portion of the text and send it out to your sphere and then get more donations for us at the office, or they could give, right? So 2 big ideas for you. Anything else?
Who's paired up with Emily?
Emily?
Amy.
Amy?
Me.
Because Emily just got a house under contract.
Woohoo!
Own house under contract. She only put in 2 offers and she got
Nice.
this one. So
Yay.
Yeah, so yay for
Yay.
that.
yay, yeah. Any questions on anything? That was a lot of information.
Jessica,
I will be
I
on
really
an
don't.
airplane.
Oh.
Oh, go ahead, Amy.
I was say I'm looking back through my text. I don't see a text, but I've gotten a lot in the last
To connect you with Emily?
couple of days.
No, yesterday.
No,
Oh,
the red
oh, oh,
day.
oh. Okay, trying to
But
think of where you were in the alphabet and who I gave your name to, but I don't know. So, I can get it to you. I've got it on my phone.
okay.
If you, I mean, you should be getting it. The other thing is you got the email from KWPR, the front desk at about 10
Yeah.
o'clock this morning. They sent the email. It looks identical to that. And then if you guys are able to do Red Day, go in and sign up with that link, because that's going to be how we register for, or how we know how to place people in the yards and also reserve your spot at JL Beers if you're able to go. So Toddy hooked us up with that, and she's so good at that.
Toddy, 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 get your adverbs here. Got a lot of adverbs, want to make it clear.
Okay.
I will not be able to come, so you'll have to red day without me.
Oh, Molly, next year you can Red Day with us.
Perfect. I'll wave to you from the airplane.
Okay.
See?
Anybody else? Can anybody else come?
I was thinking, wouldn't it be beneficial if there was like a social media type of like post with the Mother's Day thing? So like if there was already one made, right? And it was like KWPR Mother's Day, but / also the items that you can bring and like what it's all about or whatever. And that way everybody can post it, not just to their clients, but
The marketing
To-
person.
you know what I mean?
I think in that email, I feel like it's there, isn't it?
Like one already made that you can just save and then post onto your stuff.
I see the list in the email, but not like a flyer, are you thinking, or whatever?
Yeah, like it's
Yeah, I don't see one in
already,
the email.
not that it would be hard to make, but as long as you knew like what it was all about,
Here's what
where
you
to
could
drop
do.
the stuff off.
Take
the
that
list of the-
image, that that Toddy sent, or that the
Okay.
front desk sent, that's Movers for Moms based.
Yep.
And then take the list below it. So do the graphic of that, and then in the post, put the list of the stuff below it. And then I mean, you can do your little thing that says, hey, this is
Yep.
what we're doing at my office. I think
Okay.
that should work. That's kind of what we made that visual for.
Okay.
Anything else, guys? Keeping you late,
Oh,
4 minutes late. So good to see you. Can't
Good
wait
to
to
see
see
you
you
too.
winning Wednesday.
Wednesday. Woo.
see ya.
Winning
All right. Bye, guys.
Wednesday.
Thank
Okay,
you.
bye-bye.
Bye.